Let's talk about something we rarely question, but we live inside every day. Information we consume and how it shapes our inner world, our nervous system, and our ability to rest. Most people think of consumption as food or drink, but it's also information. And in modern world, there is so much information. We are constantly receiving lots of information. And our nervous system was not designed for constant input. It's obviously too much for us. Our nervous system was designed for some limited information, something that needed for our survival. So we know how to react, how to avoid, how to prepare, how to overcome. But in modern world, with all the technologies, we receive too much irrelevant for our own lives information. From the moment we wake up, we receive lots of new headlines, opinions, news, events, stories, so much. And it's not about our lives, most of it. And we consume this information without any choice, without awareness. It's the same as having junk food. Information for the mind is the same as food for the body. And if we are constantly receiving all sorts of irrelevant information, we jump from this story to that story, from this news to that news, it's the same as constantly snacking. We're filling our bodies with all sorts of different foods, and then our body has difficult time processing. The digestion system is not feeling great. The same with our mind. If we receive too much information, it's not easy to digest, to process that information. And especially evening time is time when the world gets quiet and we are preparing for rest. But if we store too much unprocessed information, we need to make sense all of that tiny pieces of information into one big picture. To make sense of all of this, it needs time, and we cannot relax and go to sleep so easily. And even though when you read news or you watch some videos, you understand consciously that this information is not about your life, but unconsciously, on the level of body, you react as if it's relevant to you. You react as if something important or dangerous is happening to you. And you are staying on alert, and it all impacts sleep tremendously. So if you're over-consuming all sorts of information, it's not surprise if you have poor sleep, restlessness, anxiety without real reason, difficulty focusing, emotional difficulty and heaviness. So these are all result of this overstimulation, especially if you have a sensitive soul. This every piece of information can really impact you. So I'm not asking you or encouraging you totally cut yourself off from the world, but just be a little bit maybe more selective with information, the same way you're selective with the food you consume. So when you receive some information, you can ask yourself sometimes, is this nourishing information, neutral, or this is stressful information, destructive? And when it comes to the evening, it's important that you are not receiving new information. Evening is not for novelty. Evening is for repetition, predictability. That's when rest comes. Evening shall be a little bit like boring, maybe, but cozy, something that you know exactly how it's gonna be, and your nervous system can relax. So, if it's possible, please don't, or at least try to limit information you receive in the evening time. So, and just remember that you are allowed to protect your inner space. You are allowed to have these healthy boundaries with the world, with so much information. And know that you don't have to know everything. You don't have to follow every story. It's okay not to know something. Just let your nervous system soften so that rest becomes possible again, comes with rest. And remember that less is more. It's so important that you don't fill yourself up with too much information. Keep it a little bit less. Less is more. Okay, thank you for your time and see you next time.